Hello, my name is Billy Marshall, and today I'm going to be giving you a quick, brief sort of tutorial on Adobe Premiere Pro CC 2015 for Microsoft, for Windows and iOS. You can also get this app on mobile devices, such as your iPhone or your Android phone or your Windows phone, to do things such as record clips and send them instantly to your computer while it's on to the Creative Cloud, which Premiere Pro and all the other Adobe apps run from. While we wait for Premiere Pro to load, I will show you all of the available Adobe apps, well, at least that I can get with the subscription that I am on. So when you launch Adobe Premiere Pro, the first thing you're going to come across is this menu, okay? So first thing we want to do is create a new project, because this allows us to do things, and you can name this whatever you want. And for this I'm just going to call it example. Okay. And I'll wait for that to load. Okay, so when you've got a new project, you will be greeted with these 4 toolbars. So just for reference, I have made a website that is currently under development on Wix, which I will leave the link to, and you'll find these guys on this page, explaining everything in a bit more detail, and there's a link to the actual Adobe website there. So I've explained all of these things, all of the panels are available, a bit of detail on the page, and I'll go into a bit more detail here. Okay, so the first thing you'll see on the top left is the source page, which is where the clips that you will drag into the project page. If you double click them, the media in here, it will show up here and it will give you an enlarged view, and you can edit it and trim it down. Here we'll create a timeline once you've dragged the media from here into here to help you start like editing the piece together or adding effects or cutting it down. Everything to do to editing will happen in this box, and then this will display the image or the video from here into here. Okay, so this will be like the final product sort of page. Yeah. Okay, so I'll try and find something to put together to show you how I sort of do it. Okay, so this is a sample video from my video library. I assume it comes with all Windows PCs. This is Windows 7. So yeah, right, okay. So we got this wildlife video. So once it's in there, what you want to do is to start editing it, is drag it into here. Okay, that'll make a copy of it, because one of them's the original file, okay? So if we can either press spacebar, or we can click the play button, and this will show us the visuals and the audio from this clip in the top right. So we can scroll through it with this bar with our mouse to see what part of the video we want. Okay. So the first basic thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to zoom in and out, so you can see the frames exactly, or if you want more of the frames on the screen sort of thing. Okay. So you grab this bar, pull it away to make the video shorter, and you pull it towards you to make it bigger, sort of thing. So we can now see more accurate frames. So if we say we zoom in more, we get it frame by frame, and then we can drag this or use your arrow keys, and we'll go to the exact frame where the horse is changed. So it's here. Okay. So this is the razor tool. It allows you to split up videos. So if we cut that there, and then on the next frame we cut that there, it's cut out the transition frame. If we select those, that's like I said. I'm just going to press Ctrl Z right now. And like I was saying, if you double click on something, it'll bring it up in the top left, and it'll be that brief snippet that you just put out. Well, I say that, it will show you the brief snippet, like, 1 second, yeah, there, that is the brief snippet we put out. Okay, so we're going to delete that. So now this is what happens because we now have a gap in the video and audio. And because it's only one frame, it's the only transition, you can't see it that well. My video capture device is not that great. So look, when you zoom back out, it doesn't even look like there is a gap. But we know there is one. So you can either drag the bar back, or you can go full delete, or the 5. Okay, so we don't want to do that because we're going to try and edit this. Okay. So I'm going to make the whole section 2 seconds long. I assume they all last for around this long. So we're going to cut that there, and I'm going to do the rest of it. And now we've just got this horse bit to play with. Okay, so one of the main things that I like to do on this is recently I made a video for a client, which is an edit for their music video. So what that included was a lot of fast sort of jump cuts, so it was like really fast. So we see in these 2 seconds, I apologise for the lag. If we cut out this to here and there to there, just for an example purpose, cut that out. That out. See, if you see, it was really fast, it was really jumpy, and that's how you make a jump cut. Now, obviously, when you're editing your own videos, you want to make jump cuts seem reasonable and fast, and they look like they flow into each other. So that's the sort of thing that you want. I am just going to plug in my external hard drive so I can show you an example of the jump cuts I did. So while that is loading, we'll go on to effects. So that's the main thing I've sort of been doing on Photoshop, sorry, this is not even After Effects, this is Premiere Pro. So I'm just doing that sort of jump cuts to fast songs, which was for the client, so that was a lot of the video. Okay, so there are loads of things in effects that you can use. So we'll stick with visual effects, so we'll do visual transitions first. Okay, so my most favourite transition is the cross dissolve, alright? So to add effect to these video footage, you grab it and you drag it, okay? So if you saw that, the dissolve fades it in, okay? So if you get rid of that, back to there, just that, and it's a lot better with the cross dissolve. You can change how long you want it to take to dissolve. So there you go, that was a really fast dissolve, and then I can put it on the other side. Have that shortened. Okay. But for example, if I add the cross dissolve here, okay, since they're all the same clip, you can't really notice, but yeah, I mean. That's transitions between scenes. Effects is adjust, blur. I'm gonna just show you a couple. It's the same sort of effect. It's the same sort of thing as the transition, so we're just gonna grab a blur and sharpen, get camera blur, we'll put it on this large scene. See that? It's all blurry. Okay, so if you go into here, you can go into effect controls and you can change the visual effect. So the blur, percentage blur, say if we reduce that to 10, and then go. Brief scene, it's blurry. So we can time remap that, I think. So no. Okay. So yeah, that's the blur. Same sort of thing, every time you add an effect, you can then double click onto the original thing, onto the original file, which will take you into this source. And then click on effects controls and you can control the effect. So another thing you can do is control the motion of the picture. So this is where it is. So if you want to just double click, not that, if you drag these, this will allow you, I can see why it's not working. So make sure you have your bar on where you want on the correct scene. So if you double click this, drag it around, you can change the size of it, whereabouts it's on the screen, that sort of thing. I'll just Control Z all of this. There you go. Okay, and you can also change the scale, which is the size. Really small or really large. Choice. You do whatever you want with it. It's your creative freedom, which is the best part about using Premiere Pro, about making edits with all the Adobe suites, is that you've got creative freedom. So that's sort of the basics. There's other things on here that I don't use too much, which is a track forward, track back. Let's use this for on the one. Ripple edit, I'm not quite sure. The only things that I've found is personally useful is the razor tool, the selection tool, do the pen tool, but it doesn't do a lot, and the grab tool, and then the zoom tool is actually quite useful because, like I was talking about before with the bar dragging, you can use this to zoom in and out. So this is sort of the basics. We just did we added a quick blur and a quick couple of jump cuts. So that's my brief tutorial on how to quickly use this program. Okay, so when you're finishing, you obviously want to, there's two things you can do, okay? I'm not going to actually save this, but to save it as a Premiere Pro project, you click Save As and save it there, okay? However, if you want to export, if you want to save it as like a normal video, you want to go on Export, which is down here, go into Media, you wait for it, go into the format, which would be, we want AVI, because that stands for any video. You'll change the name, obviously, and where it wants to go, and then you'll export it and it'll render your video for you, and then it'll export it into the specified folder. And then after that you can save it. You can save it, the Premiere Pro project, and save out of it, and that'll be done. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example of what I've created. Now, give me a moment. We turn the sound down a little bit for that. Okay, so this is a client video that I made for a man called David Mason. He asked me and my team to create a video. I think this is the black and white version. Yeah, he asked me and my team to create a music video for his song It's Not Fair. The rest of my team did the pre-production and helped with some of the filming. I did the majority of the filming and the majority of the editing for this piece. So, like I was talking about, it has a lot of jump cuts, and now it flows really well because I made sure it did. Now I'm just going to pause and go back there. I've added an effect into the video here, which like blurs it out. So you just have to experiment, sort of find the right things you want. If you go into on Premiere Pro and go into the search bar here in effects, I'm sure you can find more what you want. So I think that was a type of blur. I think that was like a I'm not quite sure. I think it's like a compound blur or something. But yeah, that's the sort of thing that happens. Okay, so back to the video. Oh, wrong thing. Again and again. You can see that it's really fast jump cuts that seem to flow together. That's a zoom in on the camera, obviously, which is, we talked about before, change the scale and then you can just like zoom in. What you see on the screen is some After Effects images that my team made for me, which I edited into the video. All you have to do is in Premiere Pro, you can see these layers. I just made the normal video, the first layer, and dragged the other layers on top of it, and reduce the if there's any need, you go into, like, to say I want this playing at the exact same time as this. We'll replace the audio for it, doesn't really matter at this point. We go into this, go into opacity, and then we reduce the opacity so you can see both of them. I know that's very laggy, because I think I need to render the piece, which I will. So if you ever want to render something because it's lagging, go and highlight it all, and then go render selection. See? And now we have two clips over each other, and it looks really dodgy and really blurry, but that's a simple thing how I've done it. Okay, so this is something I've created in After Effects, which I've then exported into Premiere Pro and made and put it together in the edit. Now that's something I'll explain another day on Adobe After Effects, but this is a Premiere Pro. As you see, you can see it's all really fast. We've actually changed the speed, so I'll show you how to do that. You go into this, you right click your selected video, go on speed and duration, and then you can change it to say 200%, which will make it really fast. And you can hear the audio is going really fast. I mean, the video is not very good, but yeah. If you want to get rid of the audio for a piece without deleting, you go on unlink after you've right clicked, and now they're two different files. So like that. So whereas this one's attached, I've just deleted the audio for the other one. Okay. So that's what I've done for all of these clips, because we don't want any of the background noise, any of the messing about around inside the normal video. So I've done unlinked all the audio for every single clip. Now, earlier I was talking about all the little fast cuts. I'll talk about this in a second. All little fast cuts, that took me a very long time to do, because I have to zoom in all the way and get the trim tool, well, the razor tool, and just cut it down, get fast little snappy jump cuts over and over again. Now this is a clip that's played backwards, which you do by reversing the speed and duration to negatives, which we've shown, so it'll go backwards. And then after that, we played it again. So they go down, and then they go up, and then they go down. And then we slow it down, and we slow it back up. So this is just a normal panic shot. That's the lyrics again being pasted over the top. Again, this is the After Effects thing that I will talk about another day. See, now this is a lot of... Let me go back to this. This is more After Effects. This was created using the opacity trick that I told you about earlier. What you have to do is you get one clip, you put it on top of another clip, and you put it on top of another clip. You'll move the space, you'll move one of the clips around, and then reduce its opacity so it like is to the side. And you do that again, so it's both sides, and then it'll look like there's three of the image. More fast jump cut for the fast pace of the song. We've slowed that clip down at the end with the speed and duration, sorry for playing again, and then made the hand bigger at the end, so we've increased the scale for the last frame so it covers the whole screen, and that's how we've ended the video. So that's my brief Premiere Pro sort of talk, discussion, sort of tutorial thing. I hope it's helped you a lot. I know this is coming, my sort of knowledge of Premiere Pro is sort of developing still, and it will continue to do so over the 2-year course that I'm currently on. I'm getting towards the end of my final, getting close to the end of my first year. So I'll keep this page updated with my final piece that I will produce, and then I'll do a talk about it, if possible, in sort of the editing process. So thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been Billy Marshall, and thank you for watching my tutorial on Premiere Pro.